Hey, it's D Goon here from Anon Shop or Anon Industries, and I have an idea. I've been running Anon Shop for a while, so I have an idea for a new business to add to Anon Shop, add to my portfolio of businesses. And this video is going to be like a quick, nitty gritty, off the cuff introduction to the idea, my thinking behind it, and the basic idea behind this like little series of videos I'm going to do. I'm trying to like make more videos. Is to give people an idea of what it's like to start a company, the business side of it, the technical side of it. Hopefully, you learn something that you can use for your own business, or in a day, it might make you a more informed consumer, empower you more. That's the basic idea. Let's get into it. So a lot of people know that I run Anon Shop right here. And it's a pretty cool website. I really enjoy it, but it has some issues. And some of the main issues are going to be that there is not a reoccurring revenue. And this basically means that there is no reoccurring revenue. Basically, the idea is that you spend at the shop, right? You buy something anonymously, but from a business perspective, you spend one time. I do the service, and you pay me one time. That doesn't help me being an entrepreneur because I have bills to pay every month, right? So my bills come every month, but my income doesn't necessarily come every month. And income can be up, income can be down. It's just the nature of it, nature of Anon Shop, given the fact that you're buying things from Amazon, right? So, but that's a big issue for me. I need, my bills are regular, so my income should probably be regular. Another big issue is that there the value add is kind of low. In that sense, the value add, oh, spelling, value add is low. And that basically means that the value that I can add to the service and your life and use the product is quite low. And that's generally reflected by in your gross profit margins, which are relatively low for Anon Shop, right? It's really cool. Non-deliveries are awesome, but no one's going to pay. Let's say a product costs $10. No one's going to pay you $10 for a total of 20 to deliver that product. They might pay like, you know, $8, $2, $6, depending on how large your product is. But generally, your gross profit margins are going to be low. I think it's a pretty good metric to use gross profit margin as a way of measuring your value add, essentially. How much value is a person getting from this? If someone's going to give you $1, right, and you're making 50 cents off of that, that's a really good business. If someone gives you $1 and you make 10 cents off of it, which is still a good business, it's just not as good as something with higher gross profit margins. And I think that reflects how much a person values a service. So I was thinking about, adding other businesses. I was thinking about the VPN idea for a while, self-hosted VPN. Might hear me post about that. That's a really cool idea. I was thinking about other things. So I was exploring KYC Not, which is a really cool website. This is basically a great website. The guy behind it is really cool, or the person behind it, I don't know them person, but they're really cool and really nice. And they basically offer a bunch of services that don't require KYC. And they have like exchanges, different services. And here's another business idea. If you're trying to start a business, look for something that's already been happening and sort of put your own spin on it, essentially, right? So I'm always looking for ideas, always thinking and growing. How can I bring value in a privacy field? How can I leverage my social media presence, my coding skills, passion for privacy into other things? So we're looking for a new business idea. I was scrolling through here. If you scroll down to services, you're going to see that there is a bunch of phone number and SMS services. And the bulk of these services pretty much allow you to do phone verification via SMS. Let's say you want to get Twitter verify, or Twitter checkmark, or it's called today. But Twitter checkmark requires a phone number, and you don't really want to give your phone number to Twitter. So what do? You use a service like this, and they pretty much rent you short term a phone number, and you pay them, I think, like $3, $2, depending on the website, depending on the service, those type of things. And there are some other cool services here that like that. So I got the idea from Krypton, which is this one right here. I'm going to open up a new tab. And this website basically uses hardware and different things to rent you an entire real phone number, which is really cool. So now instead of getting this for one service, right, you can get a whole number that's just yours, and you can use it just for your services, and you have not complete control of it, but complete access to it. And it's not like a shared phone number, anything like that. So that's what I want to do essentially, right? I want to run a service like this. The reviews were good, but I don't know if they're still in business. I don't know what's up with them. So I want to run a service like this. Basically, you use some hardware. And right now, thinking about the Sim 700, 7,000, which is up. Basically, how that works is this module, you stick a SM card into it, or SIM card. Took it from a phone SIM card, you put it into it, and it allows a computer or a device to emulate being a phone. So right now, my idea, this is me thinking out loud, is that I offer a phone rental service essentially, where I have the devices set up here with the SIM cards plugged in, and I offer you a website you can go and check your messages on. Right? It's a little like hard to get, so I'm trying to explain the idea. But basically, the idea is that you would come to me, I would give you a phone number. In the background, it would be running a hardware like you see on the screen here, and then you would basically rent the phone from me. You'd be able to use it for whatever you want to do, and you would. So you would only be able to. You would only be able to receive text only, right? I don't want to get into the risk of sending. Someone might swat me, et cetera, et cetera. So you can receive text only. It'll be your number only. It wouldn't be any one else's. And that pretty much ensure that you're going to have it. Because with some other phone services, they're temporary, right? Let's say you want to get SMS verification for Google. For some service, they'll cost you like $1. You pay them, it gives you like, I think like one text or like maybe two texts. But what happens if you want to use that number over and over again, right? Well, if you want to use that number for a long time, there's not really a lot of options for that. They're like accessible, transparent how they do things. I plan on open sourcing a lot of the code, if not all of it, still thinking again. So at that. So that's basically the idea. Hopefully, I've done a good job at explaining it. Right now, it's a very young idea, but in the future videos, I'm going to be documenting how this process goes. And right now, this is just the idea stage, right? So I'm just trying to get used to being on camera, putting my ideas out there, and being public about it. So hopefully, this business, which is going to be SMS verification again, I'm going to go over the idea again. Basically, I'm going to build hardware like this with a SIM card and maybe like a ESP32. I've been exploring that. So basically, that SMS module is going to connect to ESP32, and all the hardware is going to be handled in the back. And you're basically going to get like a screen that you can log into and check your messages on your phone. And you can use it for any service. Pricing, I'm going to try to keep it around 15. We're around 15. Not a guarantee that we're going to be right at 15, just around it. Maybe like 10, maybe 20, maybe 25, but like not some of the other services charging. That seems to be the range for some of the services. So basically, for around $15, you'll get your own phone rental that you can use for different services. And it'll hopefully be fix some of the issues we had earlier, because the issues were that we were not reoccurring revenue. Hopefully, it'll be a monthly subscription service. And please ignore my horrendous spelling. I forget spell check installed, but it hopefully be a monthly subscription service, which fixes my earlier issue here of not having a reoccurring revenue. Right, that way, if I get $15 from like 30 people, 10 people, whatever number if people want to use the service, is consistent every month, and hopefully I can offer um discounts for long-term users. Sorry, my spelling. Ooh. Discounts for long-term users. Basically, so the idea would be that you would be able to get this service, not mine, right? This is not mine. This is an example of what the service will look like. You'll be able to get it for a long term, which will give me a long-term source of revenue. Hopefully, the value add with all the hardware and software will be enough profit margin. So hopefully, around 50% gross margins. Oh, typing. So around 50% gross margins. And that basically means that for if I charge $1, I make 50 cents profit. That basically means what it says here. If I charge $1, I make 50% profit. I think that's 50% gross margins. I might have the percentage wrong, but whatever revenue I spend, I make half. So if I charge you $15 for the phone rental, hopefully I end up walking away after the phone service bills are paid, advertising, all that other stuff is paid. Hopefully I end up walking around with like $7.50 around there. Like I said, this business is going to be built in public. So hopefully I will document how I go around building this, document everything, try to make more videos. A video a week? I don't know. Maybe I keep them low. Maybe I guess low budget production like this, not that much editing required. I could probably do a video a week. And of course, I'm going to maybe integrate Anon Shop into these videos and I just want to build something that's really cool, build it in public with principles about privacy, not gouging anyone, not exploiting information. Just do something really cool like that, like Anon Shop, but like a little more for me, make a little more money in a more stable way. For hopefully for the people using it, they get more value out of this. I can't find a lot of services like this outside of the one on the screen right now, Krypton S, and I don't know if they're in business. I tried the test number, it didn't work. I don't know what's up with them. Hopefully, there's a lot of demand for this service because you can see from here there's all these services, which is good for validation, right? Competition is good for validation, so hopefully it's a good idea. But this point is an idea. I'm buying hardware right now, like the Sim 700 and the ESP32, connect them together and do all these cool things with it, get the service off the ground. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening how the video went. Hopefully it wasn't too rambly. Hopefully these will get more concise and condensed and higher quality as I go on. But this is the first step. Starting something is hard, and the first step is the hardest. So I'm doing that right now. Thank you for supporting me by watching the video. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see me build this business out. Maybe I'll make $100 off of it. Maybe I'll make 1,000 off it. 10,000? I don't know. We'll have to see what Anon Industries can do with this. Oh, actually, I have an idea. Me and my friends were thinking about the business name. We have it here in chat. So before you watch this video, I'm going to own this domain. So the business idea name is, let me see, Phantom Phone is what I think we agreed on, me and my friends. So Phantom Phone will be the name of the anonymous phone service for phone verification. So by the time you watch this, I'm going to own Phantom Phone, some form of it. So look out for that. I don't know when the website will be live, but hopefully next video the website will be live or have some other updates. Once again, I want to keep it short. I don't want to ramble. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for granting me some time in your life. I appreciate it a lot. And once again, drop any comments below, subscribe, you want to follow the process, and have a good day.